Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you some ways that you can help bring the system down. If you're watching a video like this, you already know what I mean when I say the system. I'm not going to get into that. On my YouTube channel, I talk a lot about the mass awakening taking place, and consequently, I have a lot of people who are awakening and coming into the realization of just how enslaved, in a sense, humanity really is, at least psychologically. And obviously they're pissed off about it. They're filled with fury. They want to rage against the machine. But in my opinion, that is not the way to win the war or to bring the system down with that sort of frustration, which is inevitable in the beginning. I was pretty pissed off too. But now that anger has been replaced with passion, a real, genuine, soul-like, authentic passion that we all have inside of us. And I believe if we can access that and express that through our own doubts and fears and life obstacles, then we can have a legitimate chance of empowering humanity so that this goal can be actually attainable. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can do that will help bring down the system and liberate people from the bondage that has been in for thousands of years. Number 1 is to rise up, to overcome and transcend your life circumstances, as shitty and heavy as they may be. This won't be easy. It's not an easy task we've taken here, the Lightworkers and the people who are waking up first, realizing what's going on. It's an uphill battle the whole way. I know for me, it took me a long time. I was once a crippled, a dysfunctional heroin junkie at one point. I was in extreme financial debt for a while. Suicidal depression, on all the different medications. And it was not easy. Beyond that, those were manifestations of my real problems, which were deep insecurities and self-doubt and self-loathing and a lack of worthiness. And it just, climbing out of all that took a lot of time and willpower, and it was not an easy or clean process, but I've done that, and I've done it. You can do it. A lot of people who watch my videos feel that. They say, wow, this guy was a freaking mess. I'm a mess. He did it. I'm going to try myself. And there's a lot of people who watch me who are succeeding. I coach a lot of you. I talk to a lot of you. A lot of you people are rising up. And for every person to rise up, you have all the people in your life will witness that. You don't have to get on YouTube or preach or do anything. You just have to be yourself, and you're going to naturally radiate that energy and quality of transformation, which is going to give more and more people permission to rise up themselves. We are way showers, just paving the way, creating a path where there is no path. Like a dense jungle with that machete, we're just chopping away, we're not getting very far, but guess what? There's gonna be people, they're gonna see that opening in the woods, and they're just gonna walk right in. Every person to trudge through the slop of their earthly mess and rise up, you're gonna just make it that much easier for the people to come after you. And it's just gonna be this mass ripple, this exponential effect made possible by you. Number 2 is to find yourself. Find your ideal life path, your journey, your purpose. We all have one. It's all different. Just find your authentic life. Some people call that a purpose. Just find that passion. Find that excitement inside of you and express it in your life as best you can. And when you do that, you will be one more person who's in alignment with the whole. And the more people to come into their alignment, the more people are going to want to be in alignment. Because people who are in alignment, who have found their purpose and expressing it, they're people, that's like your map out of the rubble of the ego construct. And it's just going to make it easier for other people. You're going to give people just some people don't even know it's possible to have a life filled with meaning and purpose and satisfaction. And it just, you got to find it, man. You all have a reason for having come here. And it's a big freaking pain in the ass. You really have to go through that creative process of like creating something from nothing. That's the way I experienced finding my purpose. There were many times I thought the whole idea of a purpose was bullshit and I wanted to give up. And I'd rather just try to be just content with where I was at in my life, but I found that to be impossible. There was something inside of me waking up and emerging from within, but I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it was trying to say, but I knew it was something trying to get my attention. I believe everyone watching this video has that same thing emerging within you, with you guys. And I encourage you to foster it, to listen to it, and to let go and allow it to express itself as best you can. That is the greatest weapon against the bad guys that you could possibly bear. Number 3 is to educate yourself, to feed your mind, to reprogram your mind with content and helpful, empowering information that's going to help you be the greatest version of yourself. Anything you need to know that pertains to you living a good life can be found for free online or in a book. A lot of what allowed me to climb out of my own circumstances was my voracious appetite for reading. I was able to teach myself everything. At one point, I wanted to grow medical marijuana. I had no idea how. I read about it online and did it, and I got pretty good at it. And I learned to make money and support myself with it. I did the same thing with a gym. I didn't know anything. I didn't have a college education in marketing or sales or web design or running Facebook ads or anything like that. I taught myself. I read books, I bought courses, and I learned online, and I was able to teach myself the skills very quickly and then create that. I also read a lot of books that just give me wisdom, just written by people much wiser than myself. And it's just so fascinating. And that knowledge, it really is power. It empowers you to go from a place of feeling like you're out of control and just powerless against your circumstances. You're not. With the right knowledge and information, you will have the know-how to rise up and to change your reality experience and arrange it into any way that you see fit. Number 4 is to reject and then beat the system, the machine, at its own game. The machine is very oppressive. There are not many free human beings on this planet, truly, but it's possible. People are doing it. You can do it. It might take you a long time. Just like Tim Robbins in the Shawshank Redemption. It took him, like 18 years, I believe, as a movie, and he was in jail for something he never did. And he got this little hammer, this small-ass hammer. And every night when everybody was sleeping, he had this little hole he was digging. He might have dug, I don't know, a couple of bucketfuls each day, and he'd go and he'd spread the dirt out on the field so no one could notice. And 18 years later, that pressure over time, he eventually climbed through, I don't know, a mile of this disgusting tunnel, and he achieved freedom, and then went to live on the beach somewhere. Don't let the idea of it's going to take time stop you from chipping away today. Number 5, and I think I said one of the other points was the most powerful thing you can do. I believe this is. Maybe the hardest thing though. It's to share love, energy, radiate love to those who attempt to tear you down. Only love can conquer hate and war and famine and poverty. It's so hard. We have this fight or flight defensive, these ingrained patterns where we react against what we perceive to be a threat, and we have to do the exact opposite. We have to allow, we have to love. I don't mean that to be taken too literally, like just let people beat up on you. I mean in more of your practical day-to-day interactions. For example, a lot of times I'll get really heated emails, people who I had said something on a video or something, and they just, it got them really all riled up, and they send me these long, heated, pissed off rants with this, I can just feel the hostile and just mean energy contained in these emails. And in the past, they would bother me, they would cause me to doubt myself. Sometimes I'd fire back with, oh, screw you, something, you're stupid, you know, whatever. But what I've been doing over the last few months, as best I can, not always, but most of the time, when I get an email or a message like that I happen to see, I'll allow my emotions that I still have those patterns. I get triggered. I walk away. I don't respond from that sort of state of being that just seems natural at this time in my life. I go away until it subsides, and then I come back and I'll respond with something from the heart, whatever it might be, something nice. And most of the time, you know what happens? These same people who hated my guts previously, they'll respond back and say, oh man, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was in a bad mood. In my gut, I knew I shouldn't have sent that to you, but I did. And I just want you to know that I appreciate what you do and thank you, and I'm sorry. That happens probably 9 out of 10 times. There is so much power. You can change that kind of energy that you don't like, not with more of it. That puts them more on the defensive and justifies their stance in the first place, and it just grows the negativity. But that simple decision to just hold your own and hold back the urge to respond with hate and negativity and resistance, and if you can do the opposite, you'll see in your own life that's what actually works. So that is in my opinion, in my experience, how you can go about bringing down the system. I see it as a paradox. I see it as inevitable, like the energies are going to be pushing people to do these things anyway. At the same time, we have a role to play. We have to do our part as best we can. Anyways, I don't oftentimes talk about this. I hope you guys got something out of this. I feel like there's revolution in the air, that we're going to live in our lifetime to see the system fall and collapse. And it won't be because something came to save us. It'll be because we empowered ourselves. So anyways, my friends, have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Namaste.